Very pleasant good afternoon to one another and welcome back to the REGTC. It is international fixtures here at AI Live, and it's going to be the repeater of the fixture we saw on Thursday evening. It is the BVI, and they are playing Anguilla. Of course, on a Thursday evening, the fixture ended goalless, and we're hoping to see some goals today. A couple changes for the British Virgin Islands. No change in goal, of course, as Harry Foden continues to keep his place in number 1. Akeisha Williams, he's a captain today for them. He's number 14. Christian Javier is the number 2. Miguel Marshall, the number 3. Kalani Nikki comes into the starting 11 today. He is the number 5. Awan Morton is the number 6. Joel Maz, the number 7, will be in the midfield alongside William Green, the number 11. Jahari Lacey is the number 9. Adrian Padilla, the number 12. And Alejandro Santos, the number 13. For the Anguillians, there's a couple changes to their starting lineup as well. A few changes, in fact. In goal, Jelani Lawrence retains his place, the number 1. The captain, of course, is Jermaine Hughes. He's the number 8. Antoine Fleming is the number 5. Debutant today for the senior side, it's the man Javari Leverett Francesca. The man pockets against his first senior start. He's the number 6. Antonio Fleming, the number 7. Jarvis Jones, he is the number 9. Tamarcus Connor, he gets a start today as well, replacing Joran Gale up front. He's the number 10. Aiden Scipio, the number 15. Malachi Gums, the number 17. Kieran Lake Bryan, the number 20. And Keon Lee, the number 23. The man in the middle today is Kevon Hawley, assisted by Parkins Galome and Vinegar Hunkins. And just look at the BVI side. A notable absentee from the starting lineup. Well, a couple of notable absences. Of course, their captain on the last occasion, Tyler Forbes, The captain, he does not start today along with the centre-back and Kevin Caesar. He's out of the lineup as well, so it'll be interesting to see how they reshuffle their defence. I know Williams will stay at centre-half. He has the armband, but I wonder who will partner him at centre-back. I wonder if it'll be Kalani Nicky. Then for Anguilla, the man Keontae Brooks drops to the bench along with Jared Smeens, Joran Gale, and Jordan Deans, which means a start for Antonio Fleming, a start for Jarvis, a start for Tamarcus as well up front. So a reshuffle the forward line as well as a new face at the back in the man in Leverett Francesca. Looking at the two sides, moving into their shape now. It appears Anguilla will be doing more of the same, but a bit of a reshuffle at the back. Malachi Gums, who played at left centre back in the previous game, has gone over toward the wing back side, and Leverett Francesca is playing at left centre back. Hughes and Antoine Fleming remain as the other pairing in the centre. It's Jarvis Jones and Aiden Scipio in midfield. Keon Lee over at right wing back, and then a front three, as you may call it, of Kieran Lake Bryan on the left, Tamarcus Connor up front, and Antonio Fleming off the right. For the BVI, they are playing in a more traditional sort of, it appears to be a variation of a 4-3-3. It may adapt into a 4-2-4 at times, based on what I saw in the last game. It's going to be Harry Foden in goal. Awan Morton is playing centre-back. He's going to partner Ikeja Williams at the back. So Kalani Nicky, he's going to slot over to right back with... Is it Miguel Marshall here playing at left back? It does appear so. Then a familiar midfield pairing of Mars and Green with Adrian Padilla off the left-hand side. Off the right appears to be Christian Javier. Then through the middle, it is Alejandro Santos alongside Jahari Lace. Don't stop. Immediately, we are seeing Scipio in that midfield position. He'll be a very key factor for the Anguillians in this encounter. But here comes Javier driving forward. Javier has Lacey looking for some support, but here's Scipio. Scipio wants a runner. Tamarcus is willing and Tamarcus is able, but he won't get around Ikeja Williams. Out for a throw-in. So do say a pleasant good afternoon to my co-commentator, the man Rami Minette. Minette, good evening.
Yes, indeed. Very good day for football. Happy to be here.
Yes, we know in the last fixture, these two sides, they ended up goalless. It seemed to be a very toothless fixture. Minette, do you see some goals coming today?
I think I see a goal or two. You never know.
Well,
I don't think 2 times in a row goalless.
Well,
it's a friendly, but
this free kick is certainly a good opportunity for it.
I think there should be some goals today.
Don't know if you remember, I can't remember which league season it was. There was a start, was it the last President's Cup where I think the first 4 games ended up goalless?
That's true, yeah.
It is going to be Scipio to take this one. In Scipio, always rising.
Too much foot on it, Scipio. Too much dipping.
It never really got the connection he wanted. It's taken short into Harry Foden. Goes direct. Lacey posts up well on the youngster pockets and is shifted out wide to Javier. Javier on the outside has a couple of options and almost put it across into a waiting Adrian Padilla, and that's the first real opportunity for the BVI.
Yes, intercepted nicely by the Angola defense. I think that was a good move. That ball had passed him, that could be a lot of danger here.
Indeed, had that ball gotten around that defensive line, I think Padilla had a tap in.
Again, Angola have to look at the counter-attack, because the counter-attack, to me, have too much acres of land to deal with. They can cross easily, so they got to be very careful.
Angola opting to keep 3 players stretched forward. Whipped into the area, not a good delivery, and Lee can get in the way. Shifted back out wide. It was Joel Mars, and now Santos. Back to Mars. Mars was left for trying to shift it around the corner. There's Lacey. The captain and Williams is dispossessed by Jarvis Jones. Getting back into the starting 11 today, Jones. And given away cheaply by Malachi Gums. And a pop shot really by Javier. Is met with a few groans by his teammates. Leo's a bit loose. The BVI get a throw in.
So again, the BVI has been pretty much on the alert.
Couple shots on the keeper there, asking guys to be a bit more alert. Of course, Lawrence captained the Angolan national team in the absence of Jermaine Hughes. Not too foreign, with a bit of a leadership role on the side, as headed away by William Green, but can't find the teammates for an Angolan throw. Williams, he only finds Scipio, the midfield general. Scipio whips it round toward Keon Lee. And Lee again with a loose
Second
touch.
time.
Again.
Second time. Keon Lee got to get himself together.
Has to get it together.
He's a very good player, but he has to get himself together early.
Very experienced campaigner, Keon Lee. National team player for a long time. Out of the fold for a bit. Back into the side now after a very strong campaign this season with the attackers. Here's Connor to Marcus, showing his driving prowess, looking to get down that outside channel. Met with a couple of players, a couple of green shirts, and Joel Mars in the end. They got the decisive touch.
Lots of hands too.
We're seeing the diverting runs there from Tamarcus Connor, trying to find an outlet.
He did well though to capitalize on a corner kick.
Indeed he did. BVA opting for a very similar tactic to Angola. Keep 3 players high and stretched wide. Driven in, looking for Jones. His touch took him outside. It's Gums who finds Hughes, who's round the corner in search of Kieran Lake Bryan. It was Foden coming off his line rather quickly. He had to get there first. Lacey, Javier, Santos.
If you notice, Doc, the game is very quick. It's a fast game, high pace.
Playing a lot faster than the game that was played on Thursday. A lot more of an attacking impetus to this one.
Have to do with the early start. 4 versus 7. 4 p.m. versus 7 p.m.
It might be a bit more energy from the sun. Here's Green into Mars. And Antonio Fleming applying some pressure off this right side. Intercepted. Here's Lake Bryan. Bit loose, was shifted wider here for Gums. Lake Bryan back in toward Malachi Gums. Gums has a couple players waiting for it. Well defended by the captain, Akisha Williams, and he does well to get it back. Strong defending there by the British Virgin Islands skipper. Lee. In a tussle there with Padilla. BVI throw. Miguel Marshall goes along, looking for his big target up front in Lacey. Lacey, Bends it all the way around toward Javier. Javier ships it past the man, tries to whip it across. It's cut out well by the youngster there in Leverett Francesca, out for a corner.
Again, good defense, good anticipation here. Anguilla looking to overcome the BVI. In the 8th minute, we're seeing a second corner kick for the BVI.
The first one wasn't that good. Can this one be a better delivery? Again, floated into the area. Gums gets it away this time. And Lee the first out to charge it down. Jones. Lee and Santos hustling for it. Santos, the better off. Here's Mars. Green. Launched forward. In search of Padilla, but well read again, this time by Leverett Francesca. Cut out by Padilla. Back playing some defensive duty. Two very well drilled sides. Lee for Jones. Jones dispossessed and Santos is trying to drive. Jones recovers excellently. And Fleming shifts it across here. Scipio. His pass is cut up by Javier. Javier has an overlapper in Lacey. And Lacey has Santos on the inside to aim at. Padilla arriving as well. Lacey. Ups to go backward to Javier. Some very good defensive work by Gums. As well as Leverett Francesca. Green. Direct ball cut up by Lee. And Hughes can compose it. Fleming. Leverett Francesca. He'll find Gums. A lot of pressure. Give it away cheaply. And it should have been Warner. It was Christian Javier coming in off that right side. And Jelani Lawrence will be thanking his lucky stars that his net is still not bulging.
Rather very poor, I don't know if he didn't kick it too hard. The pass was very soft, so that allowed the BVI striker to get that ball. But that was a chance. That would be one of their good chances if the game were to finish right now. That should go down as a very good chance.
Certainly the best chance across these two legs. Javier should have definitely broken the deadlock there. And as we call around these parts, that's a Brookfoot pass by Malachi Gums to give away the opportunity. Fleming, Jones, and Lee working it around excellently. Since his first run, Tamarcus has been relatively uninvolved today in these early stages. Lee looking for Tamarcus, but Akeisha Williams does well. Gums tussling forward, winning a throw.
It will be interesting to see Tamarcus testing out the BVI goalkeeper.
Well, he's in very good form in the league right now. I believe he is second in the goal scoring charts, just behind Sylvanus James. Of course, Sylvanus James of Ascension. His excellent exploits in the league has earned him a national team call-up, and he'll be looking to continue his good form.
Tell me about the Anguilla bench. Who you recognize on the bench?
Shifted in for Tamarcus. It's a very strong bench for the Anguillians that was named today.
There's
of
no
course,
John, yeah? There's any John?
No, there's no Jonathan Gishard. Of course, the man in there is his newest strike partner, Joran Gale. He's on the bench for the Anguillians, as well as Cardinal Rennie. He's been out with injury since he joined the uprising, but appears he's on the bench today for the Anguillians. Of course, Jared Smeens' name is there as well. Smeens have started the last encounter. Smeens alongside Jordan Deans both started in the last game, as it's given away cheaply by Miguel Marshall.
So the bench is healthy, I'm sure.
They're a relatively
The second has to
strong
be
bench.
interesting.
You know, it's a deep bench. It's a good ball through looking for Antonio Fleming.
Antonio Fleming was not even looking.
He wasn't ready for it. Green. And I know for the BVI, it would be the Forbes connection. And Tyler Forbes and Jakes Forbes. Very strong attacker. Sister Marcus using his strength. Troy Forbes, of course, the captain of the BVI, put in over the head of Antonio Fleming. Will he be able to keep it in play? Not quite, not for a goal kick.
You know, Doc is very interested though. You're on the 18-yard line here and you're looking to pass still. Nobody is thinking of even trying a shot.
Interestingly enough, very interesting.
I don't know. It's very hard to when the national team meet to hit from the 18 yard. It's like difficult, or they don't want to. I don't understand it. The BVI had some shots from a distance.
The very old adage: you have to shoot the score. He's trying to look toward Antonio Fleming again. And Foden is off his line. Collects now. He's not had much work to do, Harry Foden, across these two legs. I wonder if there'll be any sort of chance for BVI backup goalkeeper in these two fixtures. Here's to Marcus, trying to be strong in a tussle with Morton, and Morton wins the free kick. Not afraid to get into any sort of altercations to Marcus Connor. We know that for sure.
He gets some tough defense to go through here. The BVI is not going to give him any chance.
Put it forward. Padilla. Green. Akeisha Williams. Mars across here for Nikki. Nikki down the line to a charging Lacey. Lacey had Javier on the underlap. Javier coming up from an offside position.
Very sharp arrow. Making sure that nothing spill over.
Very stop-start. Beginning the proceedings here. Both teams again feeling each other out in the early goings. Lever Francesca. Out of reach of Gomes. Ford. Morton. Marshall. Mars. Javier now on this right side. And he has Lacey. Lacey going wide here for Padilla. Padilla trying to take on lead as well, Padilla. And Padilla cuts it back to a dangerous area. No green shirts attacking it. Mars, he was definitely looking at the goal there. Couldn't get it under control. He'll instead find Javier. Javier tried to line it up. But as our commentator, the man Johnson, would say, that's a powder puff.
That's right. Can't beat Lawrence with that. But with that being said, you know their motive is to get that ball behind the net at all costs.
You can definitely see that the man in Christian Javier is not afraid to shoot. He's already had, I think, 3 shots in this game. Skip you. Looking for Lake Brian. Well marshaled up for a throw.
"18 minutes of play. Nothing to really brag about, except I would want to think that the BVA had a chance, at least one chance. But
Indeed.
are we going to see a repeat of Thursday night? Most of the fans are saying no.
Well, I spoke to Coach Keith Jeffrey, before the game. And I asked him, please, can I get one goal to commentate? Appeals for a handball, nothing doing. It's Padilla back there. Nifty there by Javier. Inside for Santos, but Fleming reacts first. That's Antoine Fleming. Gums giving it away cheaply. Javier's been very involved in the early stages of this one. And Green, that's well read by Fleming. And Lake Brian has Tamarcus Connor, who was drifted offside.
You have to be watching the outside, because that was a good chance, opportunity there if he wasn't outside. So he got to look left and right to make sure that he's in the game.
You have to check.
You can't make those chances, or those, chances of opportunity go astray like that. You work too hard for it,
You have to check. Foden. Javier uses his body well. Nothing toward Lacey. Lacey turns. Santos leaves it. And Nicky goes back to Morton. Crossing out for Marshall. Padilla takes on the half turn. Has Marshall on the outside. Tries to use him, but Hughes read it well. Jones. Now Antonio Fleming. Again, Padilla back doing his defensive work.
Antonio need to hold his ground a little bit. Try to get full control of that ball.
You know the line. They want a handball.
Playing with a whistle, brother.
There's nothing doing. Mars. But he wants it long. It's clear by Hughes, only as far as Santos. Back to Mars. Javier. Mars quarterback in the team at the heart of the midfield. Shifts it across here for Lacey. And Lever Francesca does brilliantly again. Lake Brian. Oh, lovely footwork. And it's going direct. He's trying to find a runner. Neither of whom were available. Good tracking of the runs by the BVI defense. Well, the triangle's being knocked here by the British Virgin Islands. Mars comes across lovely to Marshall. Marshall has runs on the outside and inside. Uses Padilla on the outside. Green. Looking for the 1-2 here was Green. Couldn't quite get it back. Gums charging. Gets straight to the BVI skipper and Williams. Green tries to find Javier. Free kick given away there by Leverett Francesca.
For some reason, dogs, the BVI, they have pretty much more possession of the ball, and they create a lot of space, and they can always find their guy.
Indeed.
And will have to intercept a little bit.
To be a very well-drilled organization.
They need to They're having a cool down now.
So there's going to be a cooling break.
Yeah, cool break. After 23rd minute of play, we're on a cool break now. Doc, I must say it has been an intense 23 minutes of play. We can say one good chance for the BVI.
Indeed, it's definitely been a game that has been rather open. Both sides stringing some passes together. BVI, of course, looking a bit more comfortable in their style of play. And creating chances as a result of it. Of course, a chance falling via the hard press of Christian Javier. Created a chance for himself, but just put it wide. When he had the whole goal at his mercy, it was him and Jelani Lawrence 1-on-1.
I think the Angola team will have to create a little more possession of the ball and a little more space in between players to find each other. They will have to build on their midfield to create an attacking strike force to shoot at the goal. And these are some of the chances they will have to take if they want to capitalize on this game. For some reason, the BVI have pretty much a lot of space and they can work through their passes very easily. I mean, so far so good. The defense for Angola has been great, but they will have to change that momentum from the BVI. They have to slow them down a little bit because they are moving real quick and they are finding their players and chances are coming. So they have to watch that moving into that next phase, Doc.
There's a man going through his phases. There's the man, Carlos Reyes, getting a bit of a...
He looked like he might come in before the halftime.
He's getting a good warm-up there. He played about 10 minutes in the last encounter. Came on for Antoine Fleming in the heart of defense. We floated over by Santos. Headed across. It's Akeisha Williams here. Touches a bit too heavy. Falls to Williams again. Williams, it's a cross. And Adrian Padilla. Lacey. Someone has to hit it. Morton. No one wants to hit it. Mars will.
Wow.
And now the BVI is saying he probably shouldn't have.
Bit of a scary moment in the Anguilla box, in the 6-yard box. Lawrence was just being observant, couldn't do much, but the defense did well in the end.
Nobody wanted to hit it. Lacey was around it. Adrian Padilla was around it. No one put it goalward. And when Mars eventually did, he sent it basically to Mars. Lawrence. Angola content, knocking around in their shape. Of course, you see what I was mentioning on Thursday. If you watch the game on Thursday, it's a bit more pronounced now with the central centre back and Antoine pushing the highest of the back three into a defensive midfield line. And then the fullbacks pushing into the CDM line. Well, more of the central midfield line. Hughes to progress, giving away. And Padilla has Lacey. Lacey to the byline and cut out well there by Leverett Francesca. When Angola trying to build out of their shape, they can't afford to be careless in those sort of areas.
Yeah, I find that Hughes maybe could have passed to his wing guy, number 7, and see what happened from there instead of trying to force it in the center. And that's where it was intercepted. But I'm sure the intention was a good intention. He didn't realize that the player would intercept it like that. Again, Angola had to be very careful. Too many corner kicks for the BVI will make them feel very confident that they can score.
It's William Green to deliver this one. Scipio gets it clear. Green again floats it over. Javier. And Javier.
But Javier don't waste no time, you know. Once he in that area, he know what time it is.
That's his 4
He's
shot.
a no-nonsense guy. He want to shoot at the goal at all costs. And I like I just love that attempt of him. He always giving his team, a chance. Because he want to shoot at the goal. I would like to see the Angola side do the same.
He's had 4 shots in 27 minutes. Santos. Now the back goal, what? That's a foul.
Yes, a little bit of too much aggression here. Nice little crowd here at the Raymond Igishat Stadium in the Valley. It's a friendly, second friendly. The first one was on Thursday night, where it went down to a goalless. It was a draw, and tonight the crowd is saying we want a goal. Whether it's Anguilla or BVI, it's a friendly, but we want to see goals. Will they get their wish, Doc? I'm not sure. We'll see what happens.
I need to apologize. I should have started the broadcast with this, but a very happy Easter to everyone who celebrates and taking our coverage here on AIA Live. Of course, there's Easter Sunday. Of course, in Angola, that means Festival del Mar. It's Festival del Mar going on up on Island Harbour.
Festival del Mar will be at its peak at 5:30. So I'm sure just when the game is over, it will be at its peak. Good time to visit.
Indeed. Leave from the stadium, you just go straight up there in Island Harbour. It's a foul and a free kick. I'll tell you what, Remy, I'll be up there. Hope to see you up there as well. As a loose touch, whatever Francesca means, it's a BVI throw. So Anguilla will be making a change. Antoine Fleming.
Is it Rene?
No, that's
a double sub?
It's going to be Carlos Reyes will be coming in to replace him, I believe. Yes, it's going to be Carlos Reyes. Looks like Jordan Deans as well.
So Anguilla is boosting up their attacking forwards.
Antonio Fleming. No, it won't be. It's going to be Malachi Gums.
Okay.
Who's coming out here? Who's going to be replaced by... Appears to be Jordan Deans. Interesting. Two players who played a very significant role on Thursday. Get about a half hour in this fixture. It is a friendly. Deans, who started the last fixture, comes into this one. So it's a shift defensively. Reyes, Carlos Reyes, he's over at right centre back. Hughes steps into the centre of the back three. And Kieran Lake Bryan shifts over to left wing back. So Antonio Fleming will play at left midfield. Here's Tamarcus getting in behind Akeisha Williams. Tamarcus is strong, Williams is stronger.
It's a corner kick for Anguilla. Yes, indeed. So Anguilla has won a corner kick.
The referee signals a corner, much to the dismay of both Williams and Foden.
So it will be their second corner kick in this match.
Indeed it will.
Not too much bodies in the box, just four.
Just the four players in the area. That one is not a good corner. Jones apologized immediately.
Yeah, didn't give his team a chance. Okay, those two subs Anguilla made is one for the defense, one for the attacking forwards?
Indeed. They made a change in defense and a change on the right side. Throw to the BVI. Lee tries to hit a ton. And a foul and a free kick to the BVI.
Wow.
Pockets the guilty party on that occasion. Let's look at Francesca. Can the BVI create something from this opportunity?
BVI have 7 players in that box. There's the urgency of scoring.
Two-man wall for Anguilla. Right foot and left foot over this one. The midfield duo of Maz and Green. It's going to be Maz to skip this one along the ground. But easy enough for Jelani Lawrence. Lake Bryan goes into the channel in search of Tamarcus. Williams showing his composure at the back. Flicked over there by Maz Padilla. Santos. Oh, well, Fleming does his best to clear it out. Well, oh, that's a lovely bit of footwork there by Deans. And Lee's going to find Deans on the return pass. Deans back toward Keon Lee. Lee taking down. Deans retains possession and puts it into the area.
First shot on the goal?
I think it's a cross.
It was a cross?
I think it was a
came out
cross.
and make it look like a shot. I thought the whistle would have blown for that interaction there, but the referee said play on.
The referee gave an advantage. Mars. Marshall. Lovely flick by Santos into Mars. Padilla. Foul, free kick. Needless giveaway. I think it was Reyes the guilty party there, stepping out of the fence.
35 minutes of play, Doc. We haven't seen any sign of a goal as yet. Both teams are playing well.
It's very much been a laissez-faire affair. Languid, in a sense. As Green is over this one. Can he bring a spark of life into this game? Fleming. He clear it away toward Lake Bryan. Nicky. Flick back here for Santos. Santos runs into some trouble. So a few white shirts, but Deans and Fleming not on the same page again. Second DVI throw. All the way, only as far as Javier. Javier tries to put it across. Can't get around it. Lawrence, Hughes, Reyes, this pass skips past Jones, Scipio does enough, Deans, searching for Antonio Fleming, Clanny Nicky doing some very good work, advantage played, Mars, was across from Marshall and Marshall has space to run into. Marshall with a couple green shirts ahead of him. He wants movement. He wants runners. Doesn't have many of them. And Lee squeezes that one. Lawrence went long. Not less far as Marshall, but straight back to Hughes. 11 Francesca, going longer into no man's land. Very slow game, Remy. Mars. Ups to swing around. BVA can tend to settle for possession. Not much penetration going on by either side. Mars. There are a couple of runs. Hughes. And Lee gives it straight to Padilla. Good work by the captain and Akeisha Williams to knock it back to his keeper. Mars. There's a runner in Padilla and Lee nods to the cross. It may drop here for Jahari Lacey. Scipio getting back well. Lacey gets it back. Santos hits it. Again, it's tame. Looking for Antonio Fleming. Too long by Lawrence.
This one is too much for Fleming.
Green. Game needs a spark from somewhere. Nikki. Marshall. Padilla back to Marshall. Lacey trying to go down the line. It's cut out.
Doc, we're in the 40th minute, Doc. We're in the 40th minute.
It's been tame, hasn't it, Millet? Very, very tame. Lee goes back up the field. Very structure-oriented sides. Playing to their principles, just unable to create. Javier Santos. And that's a whistle. It was a painful one for Javier. Scipio just checking to make sure he's okay. He's not very interested in what the referee has to say. BVI free kick. Morton. Confident and comfortable stepping into midfield and looking long to Padilla, who bent his run inside, but the ball bent outside. And he was in an offside position either.
Should keep his flag up.
Oh, his flag was up. It came back
Why
down.
he didn't keep it up? I think according to
now
the
the flag,
law, you have to keep your flag up.
Keep your flag
once
up.
you send it up.
Even though the ball went out, if the initial play was offside, it's offside.
Still would like to see the BVI goalkeeper being tested though.
As would be all.
43rd minutes, Doc. You see any extra time?
Probably for the water break. Lawrence will go long. Finds Tamarcus Connor. Lee's attacker's teammate. Back to Connor, and Connor almost takes up the poor assistant referee. I was going to say it's the first shot for Anguilla, but it was out for a throw. So, still waiting on the shot. Green. Lee being aggressive as he always is. So we tick towards the halftime whistle. The game has just been simmering. We're waiting on it to bubble over. But for now, just on a slight simmer. Javier has come across to this. Looks like he's gone to the central position. He's playing up front. And Jahari Lacey has gone over to that right side. Thrown to the captain, Akeisha Williams. Antonio Fleming, he's being very aggressive. Just unable to corral it. But he's done it on a couple of occasions, says Antonio Fleming. He's just been able to pop in for those balls from centre back out to full back.
Look, I still have not seen that attacking forwards for the Anguilla team, you know. Somehow the ball is not getting there. Or when it gets there, it don't even last for a moment. So they got to work on that. I mean, the defense, the midfield, but the attacking forwards, I'm not seeing them holding the ball and creating some form of danger. It's a practice game here. They got to get this together.
Here's Lacey, Padilla, and Lee got a crucial poke to that one. Adrian Padilla, he thought he was in behind. Now Kieran Lake Bryan. Scipio. Started the game brightly but grew a bit quieter. Akeisha Williams flicked over, unintentionally or not. Fleming. Scipio foul. Scipio wins a free kick. Long taken. And Ford is going to get there ahead of Tamarcus. Won't get much ahead, as that's going to be the halftime whistle. A half that's, well, it's been a half. It's the best way to describe it. It's been played. Not much threat from either side. The better chances is probably falling onto the British Virgin Islands. The man Christian Javier should have opened the scoring. But at the half here at the REGTC, it's BVI 0, Anguilla 0. Welcome back to the REGTC. If you're just joining us, a happy Easter to you. And giveaway, a cheap giveaway, and it was almost catastrophic. Here's Green. Scipio takes it away from him. Well, welcome to the game if you're just joining us. I can promise you it's not been like that. A bit of excitement to start the half.
See what happened there, Doc?
Almost catastrophic.
Being too casual, coming back in the game casual, passing back to the keeper. Luckily, saved by the bell.
An old coach of mine always told me, if you take a kickoff and it ends up back with the keeper, you failed. Because the whole team is in the other half. So you have no reason for the ball to end up all the way back with your keeper.
And the BVI did the right thing, just had to attack and crowd up the keeper.
They almost capitalized.
That's correct.
Lawrence goes longer. Scipio as Deans will try and shift it forward. There has been a change tactically for Angola. Has there? No. The only change has been that Deans has come to the left and Fleming has gone back to his right side. Lovely walk there by Antonio Fleming. It's poked toward Tamarcus, who's in an offside position, so it's left because it's a free kick. Very smart there by Tamarcus. He knew he was offside, so he left it to the referee, called it back for the initial foul.
So it's a free kick for Angola in a very good area too.
Scipio over it. From this angle, you're more than likely to put this one into the area.
Should be looking for heads.
There's a couple to aim at. Lake Brian, Tamarcus Connors in there. Deans is in there as well. Fleming on the outside, just lurking. That's Aiden Scipio with the delivery. A man went down when it was Kieran Lake Brian. And Green can come away with it. That's a free kick.
Yes, indeed.
Fleming and Jones just sandwiching the man William Green. Given away. It's Tamarcus this time being alert. Lee, Leverett Francesca, Lake Brian pops it back. Leverett Francesca trying to find Scipio in the half space. He gets it back again, Leverett Francesca. Don't find Scipio in the half space. And Scipio will find Lake Brian. Kieran Lake Brian trying to go around the outside. He had Morton for company, but the Angolans have started this half rather brightly. Taking short. Lake Brian puts it in, but straight toward the keeper in Foden. Giving away a bit cheaply. Tamarcus, you can get it back here. It's Tamarcus corner in space. Tamarcus corner.
What was that?
Well, he gets it wrong.
He was looking for a shot.
I think so. Just got it wrong.
He was looking for a shot. Couldn't find his feet.
First opportunity for Angola here. Now it's Maz trying to charge the other way. Quick play by the Angolians. Reyes trying to bull his way forward with it. On first row. On the back inside, Padilla trying to flick it through cleverly toward Lacey. And the Reyes had to clear it. Still Padilla. And Fleming pokes it clear. Now Reyes turning, trying to turn, doesn't do well, and throws it through brilliantly. And he got it wrong. He completely got it wrong with Jahari Lacey.
Looking to cross, and you're in front of the goal. You're not shooting at the goal.
He got it completely wrong. The Jahari Lacey.
Had to shoot at goal, brother.
100%. Larry Francesca. Lovely ball down the line for Lake Brian. Tries to go all the way around, but it was seen the full way by Marshall. Deans takes it down. Deans in a tight space gets out of it, gets it back. Wide for Lake Brian. And his cross is straight at Foden.
Rather too soft. I guess he's not a left footer.
Very long kick there by Foden. Lee. Throw to Anguilla. Padilla. Reyes. Using his body, the Santos is causing him some difficulty. Hughes. Just sweep it through. Scipio. Back to Hughes. The Lions teammates combining there. The Lions trio, actually. That's Javar Leverett Francesca, the third member of the Lion posse. Referee allowing it all to play. It was Jarvis Jones, the former Roaring Lion, there. Yeah, they're getting it away. Now Lawrence. That's cheap. And almost came up short. Maz with a foul and a free kick. But the frustration now being shown by the Virgin Islanders. Jones to Scipio, another free kick.
But Scipio, he better get used to that.
The BVI thinking that they're going down like flies right now. Long in search of Lake Brian. Good work by Javier. It was a live wire in the first half for the BVI. It's a cheap giveaway, and Jordan Deans, Lake Brian is onside. He shifts a man. Lake Brian cleared out. That's a penalty. The captain, Ikesha Williams, came in steaming like a freight train. And he left no real choice in the referee's mind.
Didn't call for that tackle, boy. I mean, he didn't call for that tackle because you're in a danger area. There was no need for that. Even though he had crossed it, he would have blocked it. So there was no need for that tackle. So it's too much aggression.
It's going to be Jordan Deans who will step up for this one. The uprising FC man who has been known
finally the BVI keeper will be tested.
His aptitude for set pieces. Can he convert this penalty?
The left footer?
He's a left footer. I think he's been perfect thus far this season. And Jordan Deans rolls it past Harry Foden, and the Anguillians take the lead. It took the penalty spot, but the frustrations of Ikesha Williams, the captain of the BVI, has just cost his side. From Even Stevens across 144 minutes.
Anguilla
will finally have a lead.
Can they maintain that lead? We have to wait and see. But yeah, Angola take the lead in the form of a penalty.
Change is imminent for the British Virgin Islands, and I think one of them is it the captain? I'm not seeing it actually. It may not be their captain.
They'll make a double sub.
I have to wait and see. Red alert by the Anguillians. It's Scipio. Scipio looking for Tamarcus Connor.
Outside.
Again, he has Williams on the outside, and he doesn't win the free kick.
But the tackles are coming in. They are ringing in.
Yeah, very much are. Well, he doesn't want his card. He doesn't want it.
The card was issued for the play or for the reaction? The words.
This for the words. He needs to be careful, you know. He needs to be careful. Because Hawley's not afraid to go to that back pocket. The captain is coming. Tyler Forbes been making his way onto the field of play. And so will Jakes Forbes. So the Forbes connection is in. Jahari Lacey's night is done, and as is Kalani Nicky's. So the BVI captain, the man Troy Forbes, is onto the field of play. Can he be the spark his team needs? Lawrence goes long. Mars clears away. Anguillians on the attack, on the charge. They're feeling something now because they have a lead to defend.
That's right. 2 goals. If BVI will need 2 to win, 1 to draw.
Need away. Jones and Padilla doing battle. Lee goes around. He's going to find Fleming. Deans. Lee using his tenacity to get that one back. Lawrence, well, he's composed. He's composed until he isn't, this man, Jelani Lawrence.
Give it away.
Jarvis Jones gives it away. Lee trying hard to get it back around the corner. Wins the throw-in, does Keon Lee. About an hour into this fixture, we've finally seen a goal, Minette.
That's right. According to the fans, they're not coming out to see any draw tonight. They want to see a goal today, so they got one.
Well, you are the voice of the people, Remy. You speak for them. Throw in. Jakes Forbes. Marshall. And Fleming does excellently. Forbes does even better to win it back. And driving around here by Padilla. Padilla drops to the ground and wins a free kick. He's not calling it for that, though. He's calling it for the initial foul. He made that very clear.
Not in a bad area, though.
Not in a bad area at all.
Scoring area.
It can definitely be put into a dangerous position.
Lawrence had to be careful. The wall will have to be a wall, not a fence, huh?
I need a spark. And Jake's Forbes provide it.
I think he's going for the goal.
It is Jake's Forbes. It's the wall. And Troy Green was going to let off. And Tamakos was going to let off as well just now because he saw that Forden was well off his line.
Careful.
He didn't read it. Troy Forbes here puts it across into a dangerous area. It's out for a corner.
Lawrence is looking for outside.
They're appealing for offside. The question is who was offside? Because the player who got the ball in Troy Forbes is not the first runner, he was the second runner.
Pressure is on. The BVI is applying some pressure now.
The changes have changed the game for sure. Immediately. Forbes. Not the best delivery. Doesn't beat the first man in Hughes. Connor. Cheap. Cheap giveaway. Foden. Scipio cuts it out. Now Kieran Lake Bryan. Let's go around the outside looking for Tamakos.
Little too fast.
Scipio. Lake Bryan. Lovely footwork by Kieran Lake Bryan. Excellent footwork. Tries to do too much. And Deans is in an offside position.
Yeah, he was standing outside.
Very much offside. You know, Deans is never really happy. Whatever the referee calls, he's not happy. But looking for Forbes again. Hughes takes no chances.
Take it up for instead.
Forbes to Forbes. Scipio using a very strong shoulder. Tamakos using a very strong shoulder. But his foot can't keep it in play. The referee's not seeing it.
Tamakos took the ball outside.
The referee's not seeing it.
He was too late for that ball.
And now he's seeing it. It's a throw-in. Ball didn't stay in play. So Captain Williams is okay. Angular throw. Forbes moves a man out the way and whips it around looking for Padilla. Too heavy. Still Padilla. Marshall runs out of real estate. Reyes. His pass was cut up by Maz, and Maz gives it away. Javier was a bit too far inside. Lake Bryan using his strength, and he's moved out of the way by Akeisha Williams. He's off the pitch and a lot of pain. Padilla's offside.
Marcus had to be very careful, eh?
We know Tamakos is not happy, and we know the temper Tamakos Connor has. Lake Bryan is trying to have a word with him, but Of course, Marcus long enough to know when he's like that, there's no one that can tell him anything.
But
You can only hope he channels it into the game.
You gotta be careful. Because the guys are not going to give him any chances to pass them. They will use everything to stop him.
It's a typical centre forwards battle. He's up against a strong centre back. He muscled him off a couple times, so he gets muscled off back. It's good old school football.
Playing
Santos. Forbes turns brilliantly. And it's back for Alejandro Santos. That was a chance. That was definitely a chance. And Santos should have done better.
But Lawrence was in the right place.
I think Santos' idea was to try and go to the far post.
He was too straight.
Indeed.
67-minute dock, and the game is getting very intensive.
More changes. Sebastian Santos is going to replace the most lively player from that first half in Christian Javier. And Padilla is coming out as well to be replaced by Jaden Kwashi. While for the Anguillians, it's going to be a change in nets, is it? There was a keeper. Was there, but he's not there anymore. I like change over at right back. Sebastian Santos coming straight in at right back, and need to see where Kwashi will slot in. Corner can't keep it in play. Referee said it's time for a cooling break.
68 minutes.
Finally have a goal to talk about, Remy.
Well, we've seen Angola getting a penalty. Very much needed goal for them, come in the right time. Can they capitalize on a goal or two? But the BVI, they are pretty much stringing in their subs to create pretty much attack on the Anguillians. We'll see what happens in the ending of the 15 minutes or so. We got some more time in this game, so I'm sure both teams will be looking to secure. And we'll have one up. BVI is coming around looking for a goal for sure. But yes, we are at the Raymond Igisha Stadium in the Valley. It's the second friendly between the Anguilla team against the BVI. We'll see what happened on Thursday night. They went on to a goalless draw. And today, game starting at 4 p.m., the Anguillians capitalizing on a penalty in the second half. And now the boys are just taking a cool down, have some refreshment, and maybe the coach will point out a few things that they can work on going back into the game. So we'll see what happens when they get back on. But yes, indeed, nice atmosphere here. It's pretty sunny and nice, cool breeze moving across the field. There's no need to worry too much about the heat. And yeah, the BVI, they are our visitors, and they're having a great time also in Angola. So, Doc, where you see that game heading to? You see some more goals coming in?
These changes are going to be very interesting. First change comes in nets. It's Shamor Brown. Is it? Is it Shamor? Is it? Which one's coming in? No, it's Micah Brooks, who gets his chance in goal today. So
That's Doc's goalkeeper?
Indeed, a new Dutchman. As well as, I'm looking to see who it is. Keontae Brooks is coming to the midfield as well. And they've made another change up front. The man Kevin Paul, the Spartans man, gets his runner up front. looking to see how they're shaping up. It looks like Keontae is just going into the midfield, like change of Jarvis Jones. Paul has gone up front. Free kick to the BVI. Forbes, let's go for a corner. And he will let Santos take it. Alejandro Santos.
Left footer, eh?
Indeed, he had a very good chance on his left foot. Forbes. He's trying to try and go to the byline. Forbes, a brilliant ball across, and Green couldn't put it goalward. It was William Green unmarked at the back post. Another glorious opportunity, and those are the chances that the BVI skipper can create.
On target, goal. Wow. Very nice cross.
Lawrence's kick is cut out, and it needs to be taken up, and Lawrence comes quickly.
Not Lawrence.
That's Mike. I keep calling him Lawrence. He's Lawrence being in the goal all game. It's Micah Brooks. And speaking of, Brooks came out of his line. He came running out and crossed over the box. Indirect free kick.
Wow.
Is it? Or is he saying that it was an infringement against him?
Yes.
That's
yes.
the call. It was an infringement against the keeper. Okay.
Yes. Against Brooks.
He gets his free kick. It's Micah Brooks in goal. Was Micah the former DFC man? He's made just a solitary appearance for the Ducks United so far. Very recent signing, the most recent transfer window.
That's right.
Excellent distribution. And steps through for Kevin Paul. And Paul almost got there. It was like Keisha Williams who had to do some very good defending. Everett Francesca. Looking for Paul. Cut out by Scipio. Scipio goes back to Brooks. Keontae Brooks also joins the Lion connection.
Careful.
Shifting it around quickly are the Anguillians. Everett Francesca goes back to Hughes. Hughes to Brooks. There's Keontae Brooks, and Hughes, the captain, clears the danger. Even further upfield, a couple of runners chasing it, chief of which is Kieran Lake Bryan. Kevin Paul into the area. Kevin Paul trying to get around Morton, and Morton is doing some brilliant defending. Back for Lake Bryan. Shifts it past into a dangerous position. Kieran Lake Bryan cutting it back. Paul Fleming waiting on it. Neither of them could get to it. The Anguillians are on the charge again. Over the top, Williams. Not his most convincing work, but good enough to get it back to his keeper.
Very good play here by the Anguillians.
Lee needs to win the header. He doesn't. Strong defending. Fleming's going to win a free kick. It's about keeping into him for his efforts.
That's Fleming?
He's the man Antonio Fleming.
Yeah, he's having a tough time on the wing. It's a tough cookie, you call him.
Indeed. Not the tallest, very tenacious. There's a few of those going around here. Keontae Brooks. Lee. Fleming dispossessed, and Forbes trying to get it to an on-rushing Marshall. But here's Deans. Never Francesca. Cut up by Maz. Good pressing, very good pressing there again by Antonio Fleming. Lee gets his foot clipped, so he wins a free kick. Another change for the BVI. It's the end of the night for William Green.
He's played well, though.
Played very well in that midfield. And I'm wondering if it's going to be Mark Tanner coming in to replace him, is it? It's a Carlos Septos. It's Carlos Septos who's coming to replace him. Wondering if it'll be another like-for-like change in midfield. It appears so. It's a free kick. Is on the way here for the Anguillians. Scipio back to take it as Jared Smeens goes through his warm-up progressions. Not the best pass by Scipio at all. Bit of a waste.
Giveaway.
Cheap giveaway. Hughes goes forward with it. Forbes with a brilliant touch. Keontae Brooks goes in challenging for it. Let's go strength there by Kwashi. And then he can't keep his balance. Final 15 minutes here at the RAGTC. It's still 1-0-0. The player for the BVA and an Anguillian done receiving treatment. Goal coming early in the second half. A penalty that was won by Kieran Lake Bryan and converted by Jordan Deans. A bad challenge by the BVA skipper for today in Ikeja Williams. Came in flying, caught nothing but leg, gave away the penalty. That's what separates these two sides right now. There's still time left. Minette, will we see anything else? Anything else in this game?
I must say the Anguilla team has come pretty well in the second half. They create a little more possession of the ball, and it has worked out for them.
Indeed. Deans. Antonio Fleming. Still Antonio Fleming. Goes down. Goal kick.
Yeah, he needs to hold his ground. He fall a little too easy.
Time and space, lots of it for Morton. Booted upfield. Reyes, there's a man behind him. Shields it excellently.
Goal kick.
Very good, very strong defending there by Reyes. He's done very well. It's coming in to replace Antoine Fleming.
We might see a sub very soon for Anguilla.
Indeed. Jared Smeens is going through his paces. Never Francesca. Runners. Cut up by Williams. Only as far as Lake Bryan. And good work. Good strong work by Carlos Septus. Up for a throw-in. Williams. And a lot of duress there by Kevin Paul.
Contact. His hand would have touched him on his nose. A little bit of contact. But he's all right. The keeper is playing rather very high.
Getting very involved in the attack. Mars will settle things down. BVI throw. They need an equalizer to the British Virgin Islands. They need something. Can Forbes provide it? They were searching for him there. Receive it now. Tyler Forbes. Turning excellently is Tyler Forbes. Across to a Jakes Forbes.
Brothers?
I'm not sure. An on-rushing Marshall win a free kick.
Crucial area.
Good run there by Miguel Marshall. Getting around the outside and winning a free kick in a pretty dangerous area.
Keeper have to be careful, because he don't have the height Lawrence have. So let's hope he can stretch. No one is holding the back pole. But let's see what happened there. BVI have 5 players, 6 players in the box.
It's put in by Forbes. It's over the head of Morton, up for a corner. Final 10.
BVI keeper is playing on the half line.
They need their players forward. They have everyone in the Angola half, and will have everyone in their own box.
They're defending.
Defending a 1-goal lead with their lives right now.
Ooh.
The one shifted in dangerously all the way around. Here's Marshall, puts it back in, hooked clear eventually by Kevin Paul. Mars back in, Hughes away. Deans gets there first. Forbes, and Tyler Forbes is going to hit that one. Paul does well to knock it back to Scipio. Brooks. Deans.
Keeper.
Lee will go back to the keeper. Brooks was a very long kick. Almost kept in by Fleming.
Brooks is kicking very high.
It's a very good kick. We now have 2 keepers with some excellent long kicks, because we know, as we've seen throughout these last 2 games, that Harry Foden can go long when he needs to. Like that. Reverend Francesca. Mars got a knee right in the backside. Those are never comfortable. He's definitely feeling the after effects. Hughes. It's cut out well by, that was Septus. Forbes puts it in again. Hughes clear again. Captain is Keisha Williams. That was a hand. And this time the referee can't ignore it.
Forbes looked very dangerous, He came in the halftime,
He was their most lively player. He was a captain on Thursday.
Yes.
They've definitely missed him.
He have changed the game since he came in.
He's a game changer. He's a live wire. He's definitely a player. Lake Brian with a lovely bit of footwork. Lake Brian goes down again, looking for contact this time. And the referee saw it all the time. Kick looking for Forbes. Dean's round the corner for Fleming. Antonio Fleming is a very willing runner. And Forbes is caught out. Fleming is tussling for it. Hughes wins the first header. Wins the second header as well. Paul. Skip Peel puts a hand in the face of Mars and then he kicks out. And the referee Hall is going to say you need to come here for that.
Yeah, card, yeah. Too much hands.
Well, the keeper Harry Forden is not very happy with Skipper. He wants the ball. He's saying that Skipper had no business going with the ball. The referee says, I'll take it myself. You can understand his frustration. His team is down. He wants to get the game going as fast as possible.
And time is running out.
He's watching the time. So you can get his frustration.
And Skippy hold on to the ball.
Change coming for the BVI. It's Alejandro Santos whose night is done.
Is that the full speed of Cecil? Or that's just average?
I think he was coasting. He was just coasting. Only Montana coming in to replace him.
BVI and Angola, as they come down to the ending of the game, some 5 minutes, Doc, in regulated time. Will we see some 4 minutes? Will we see overtime?
Well, we need to. I hope we do. Because the BVI are looking for an equalizer. Smeens will be coming right in. Comes in to replace Kieran Lake Bryan. Taking long. Not quite clear. Forbes hits it. But he went in eyes closed, head turned. It's Tyler Forbes. He's going to find Jakes Forbes. Back toward Tyler Forbes. And, well, that looked very much like a hand, and the Angulians can't believe it.
Referee didn't see
it. I'll be very honest. Look like he tapped that ball back like he was playing volleyball.
Referee didn't see it. He can only call it if he see it.
Interestingly enough, they might be made to pay for it because Paul wins it very high up the pitch. And Smeens sees it searching. Keontae Brooks was on the run. Here come the BVI. Strong challenge by Reyes. He's a very tenacious character. Forbes, he's dangerous. Tyler Forbes again into the area. And Brooks had to get there first because Quashie was waiting on it.
I must say, Doc, they give Forbes some space there to work his way in.
As the great Sir Alex would say, this is what you call squeaky bum time right now.
Brooks did well.
Brooks had to do well. Deans, and they flick it on to an ever-willing Kevin Paul. Scipio gives the way. Cheaply toward Mark Tanner. Laura Francesca. And Anguillian throw.
'88 minutes.
Scipio. Again looking for Paul. Forbes deflected by Hughes and Brooks can't keep it in.
Well, that might be the last opportunity for the BVI as far as corner kick.
The way this game is going, I seem to doubt it. It's going to come right down to the wire here at the RAGTC. The only way this weekend of fixtures could cap off. Floated high, and Brooks came very well. Surrounded by green shirts. And he wins the free kick for his efforts.
Brooks did well for a short man. He stretched well.
And he kicks it away. The very young keeper is Micah Brooks. Very, very young. Is he, what, 17 now? If he's all of that.
Might be around 18, I guess.
Maybe 17, 18 now. Here's Morton Mars. Good turn. That's the other Forbes. And his cross into the mix. Straight at Brooks.
Well, you see 3 minutes in the overtime coming up.
Sure. Exactly 3 minutes. Bang on minute. Forbes. Now the whistle will go. It's going to be a high boot.
So he was outside.
Brooks taking all of his time with this one. Goes direct to Deans. This touch is a bit loose. And Mars can clear it. Shifts it wide here for Tanner. Tanner has Quashi, but Quashi can't keep it in play. There with Francesca. Was up the line. Smeens. Deans. Deans and Smeens. And Paul and an Anguillian free kick.
Make sure you put him down, eh?
Well, you can't run past if you're on the ground.
What again?
Scipio's going to take it. Well, it would have been him. He let Pockets take it. It's left with Francesca. So used to calling him Pockets. It's all he's been known as for a long time. Looking for Paul. Paul does excellently. Paul. Still Kevin Paul wins a throw. The crowd has grown up significantly here as the game has progressed. And they're hoping that they'll be able to cheer an Anguillian victory at the RAGTC. And Paul is going to give a card to somebody.
Card for who?
It's going to go to Kevin Paul.
For what?
It took too long to get the ball, I guess. I think it took too long to get the ball. Gets a card for his efforts.
Can't waste time in those games.
And now Deans is down hurt. Every tactic in the book. Oh, throw. Squeezing every second out of this game. Smeens. Free kick to the BVI. And, well, Williams is finally going to get one for his efforts. And he's walking away. He's going to make sure he doesn't get another one. A bit unnecessary there, moving Kevin Paul out of the way in a very uncouth manner.
A lot of yellow tonight, today, though.
Indeed. His last few minutes have been...
That'll be the last kick out.
You think so?
Yeah.
The referee's he's left his whistle in his mouth.
Get another 30 seconds.
He's left the whistle in his mouth. Kick is taken. And there go the 3 blasts. Anguilla will come out the victors. A decisive moment it took. A moment of madness by the Virgin Islands skipper, giving away a needless penalty, converted gratefully by Jordan Deans. And a 1-goal advantage is all that Keith Jeffrey needed to get the victory. The Angolan coach celebrates with his side.
Angola will be very comfortable with a win in the second leg of their friendly encounter, their 2 friendly encounter. And I'm sure they will have a lot of things to work on, because a penalty is always good in any game, but I'm sure the coach will be looking for a little more attacking and shooting and scoring to develop that form of skill for the Anguillians. But nevertheless, they will take that win. BVI going down to Anguilla 1 in a penalty. Great game so far, Doc.
So very good weekend of fixtures here at the REGTC. It ends Anguilla 1, BVI 0.